Welcome again, guys. In this lecture, let us understand how exactly Django works. Well, as I said before, Django follows MVT software design pattern, right? Model, weave, template. But what is this design pattern actually? The design pattern is nothing but the way of defining the rules of developing software applications. So these design patterns have some set of rules that we need to follow while developing applications. The Django follows MVT pattern. So let me show you how this actually works. So we have a model, weave, and template, right? This model is responsible for each and every database operations. Okay. So if you want to do anything related to database, then you must contact model. All right. We have template now. What this template does? So the template is basically a user-facing front-end layout. This can be HTML or Bootstrap, or even it can be, React. Alright, this template is the only thing that can be seen by the users because this is the front end layout, right? So whatever the data we want to show to the user, then we just provide that data to the template so that user can see that. Okay, but who will provide the data to the template? This is where Weave comes in. Weave acts as the bridge between the template and the model. Alright, one thing to remember is that Weave cannot directly access the database. For that, what we need model, right? Because model can only talk to the database. Weave cannot just go to the database and bring anything we want. Okay, so Weave is basically a bridge. Weave tells the model that I need something from the database, please give me. Now the model will go to the database, bring that data and give that back to the Weave. Weave will then pass that data to the template where the user can see. Got it? So this is how it works. Alright, let's take a simple example. The very first thing is that the user comes to the browser, right? So he comes to the browser because he want to see something or he want to know something, he want to do something, correct? So in this example, let's assume that this particular user wants to see his first name and last name. Okay. Now what he will do is he will access our Django application using something called URLs. So this is the URL, as you can see here. This is how the URLs look like. In Django, we define all the URLs pattern that are needed for our application inside a separate file called urls.py. I showed you in the previous lecture, right? There is a file called urls.py. There we list down all the URLs pattern with the inbuilt function path. So this is how the path looks like. Okay, path about view dot about path profile view dot profile. Okay, like this. So this is the path. So when any request comes in, it will first go to the project level urls.py file where we have the URL patterns listed. Alright. So it will then check if the requested URL is exist or not. Let's say for the first name and last name in our example, the URL is profile. Okay. In the profile, we keep all the first name and last name, all that stuff, right? So now it comes and looks for something called profile. So here the first one is about. Okay, so now it will ignore it because we are not looking for about, we are looking for the profile, right? So then it comes down and checks another pattern where it is profile. Now it matched, correct? So we are looking for profile and it is matched, right? That means the profile URL is exist. Then the request will now go to the corresponding view where we have the function for that particular URL pattern. Right here, this is the function. Okay, this is called about function, profile function, contact function, all that stuff. So these are the functions that are listed in the views. This function contains the logic of what to do with this request. So in this case, our logic says go and get first name and last name from the database. Then it will go to the model because Weave itself can't contact to the database directly. So Weave has to contact model to do anything related to the database because model is the only one who does all the database operations. Then once if the requested data is available in the database, then the model will give that data back to the Weave. So now we have first name and last name in the view. We want to show that to the user, right? That's where template comes in. From the view pass the data to the template. Template means the front end layout that the user can see. So from the template, the user will see the first name and last name that is requested. Okay, so this is the actual workflow of Django when the user requests for some data. Okay, I hope you understood. If it is too much to understand for now, no problem. As you go ahead with the course, you will understand it properly. Okay, all right, thank you.